Yo, what you lot telling me? You lot good, yeah? This is your boy SnikzDarchitekt. How you lot doing? What you lot telling me? Well, today's video, yeah, basically gonna be talking about something quite interesting. It is a controversy, and you know this channel loves controversies. So what's been going on? So, basically, today we're going to be talking about false accusations and rape, because apparently that is something that's been distracting us Nigerians, you know. What to talk about? I'm sure you guys are seeing the name of this video. It literally says lady tricks and pisses up a whole country based off of false accusation. Interesting. Well, you're probably wondering, who is this lady? And just stay with me, guys, because like it's gonna be so interesting, because like you'll be surprised as to how this false accusation ends. So basically this lady, her name is Mirabelle. You know, some little youngin, looks like she looks very innocent, and like she looks like, yeah, like niggas be like, oh shit, like if she actually said this shit, that is true, because like you wouldn't even expect her to have such imagination, but I mean, you're never gonna judge a book by its cover, you know what I'm saying? Basically, this girl, yeah, or this lady, should I say, because she's a grown-ass woman, like she's not a kid. So this lady literally comes online, she's talking about how she had amnesia. No, not amnesia, my bad. Bro, I'm being a dumbass right now. But basically she couldn't sleep. I can't remember what's that called off the top of my head. But yeah, she couldn't sleep. And well, she said she was gonna drink that apparently people drink when they can't sleep, that it helps them sleep. And she basically said she got if my memory serves me correct, she got a visitor. She opens the door, the visitor pushes her in and like cuts her up to force himself inside her or some shit, you know, like, yeah, it was crazy. So like, and apparently he did way worse than that. I can't even say on YouTube because I don't want this video to get like demonetized, you know what I mean, or flagged. So that happens, and you know, everyone's like outraged, everyone is pissed off. You know, we were like, wait, what the fuck? Who is this guy? She's like, you know, she couldn't really point out who the guy was. She claimed there was no one at home. It was on a Sunday. Everyone's going to church, like her neighbors and stuff. You know? And then you start seeing that the story isn't really adding up. Like, honestly, like, I'd have gone to get screenshots, but like, the story is so much bullshit that you don't even want to like get fed this bullshit like story, you know what I'm saying? My point is, the story wasn't adding up, but we'll get to that, you know what I mean? Obviously now, before people could confirm that the story wasn't adding up, there were already doubts, because there's half of people talking about how false accusations, don't, like, let's get proof. And then there's another angle on the extreme talking about like anyone that gets accused is guilty before innocent, yada yada yada, all of that nonsense. So of course on both extremes are wrong, you know what I mean? Like, things should just be done the proper way. But anyway, like, that was what was going on. And then obviously celebrities here and there were having their say, having their moments, speaking up against rape, speaking up against, you know, all sorts. Now, this is where it gets a bit juicy. Now we got a very internet, like, you know, superstar, Nigerian superstar, one of the number ones, you know, she's been in the game. She's been in the industry for quite a while. Her name is Simi. You sure know about her, you know? Now, Simi's talking about like, yo, like, you know, like when they're talking about rape, do this, that no one should say nothing. And everyone's like, yes. Or she made a tweet talking about, I don't know, all rapists should die or some shit. And I was like, yes. And someone was like, what about false accusers? And she's like, shut the fuck up. And she's implying she's just talking about raping. She's not talking about false accusations, yada yada yada. So Nigerians held on to that, and then everyone's not realizing shit. Like, this babe was actually false accusing, you know, and she's come out, Mirabelle has come out and apologized to the whole of Nigeria that she lied. So people went back to Simi's tweets and decided to use her as a scapegoat. Not cool, guys. Not cool. Because at the end of the day, like, there's, you know, we'll get to that anyway. So, not cool, guys. Not cool. Not very cool. So that happened, and how did they use as a scapegoat? Aside from, you know, the usual insults here and there, some people decided to be petty and dig up our old tweets. I know this is happening on X, by the way. Of course, there's reactions on TikTok and da da da, but people decided to go on X and dig up her old tweets. And she had some crazy shit on there, bro. Like, I'm telling you, she was tweeting some. I get it, like, back in the day, like, niggas were tweeting crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, 2024, 2014, 2022, you know, 2014, 2012, 2010, like, yeah, like, 2012, 2010, like, that year was like, niggas who really care, niggas who come online and say the most unprovoked shit, but even then, like, there was still, like, a limit, like, a little line where niggas don't cross. And she was tweeting some pedo shit, bro. Like, are you gonna see some of the kids popping there and there, like, on the screen? Like, she's tweeting some outlandish shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I could even, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always saying on the fence with everything, bro. I stay minding my business, bro. And I'm just laughing. So I'm like, oh shit, like, I can't even, like, defend you. Like, damn, Simi, like, it's some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's where we get to, you know, now everyone's canceling her, everyone's da-da-da, she's in the heat of the moment, she's putting out statements talking about, I'm standing my ground on what I said, yada yada yada. So anyway, why are people pissed? Because she didn't also acknowledge false accusations. And it's like, end of the day, it's like, who cares? Like, why should she acknowledge false accusation? Like, Simi ain't, like, even if Simi acknowledges false accusation, that shit ain't really nothing really gonna change, bro. Like, nothing's gonna change in the grand scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always like, oh shit, if someone gets raped, then they should go do the right things. Go to the hospital, get a great kit, prove that shit, get witnesses, build a fucking case, get an emotional support, someone that you trust to emotionally support you while you're going through that shit, and then build that case, go to the authorities. Don't go online and start crying, bro. Because niggas will use you as a fucking think piece. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna take this shit seriously. And you're gonna make it not about you, but about your fucking views, which is what they did with Mirabelle. Whether she lied or not, like, that's literally how it played out, you know what I'm saying? Now, that's how it's meant to be, you know what I mean? Now, comments against, like, false accusations and, you know, on both hands, like, it's like, on one hand, you're telling me, oh yeah, like, if you get a rape accusation, like, you're guilty to prove your innocence, and then they chastise this person is like, false accusation is so bad on so many levels, bro, because, like, end of the day, even if they are granted, like, innocence, like, it's peak, that person's whole career is done, ski, like, it's gone, you know what I mean? Like, it's peak. Even, like, aside from the career, that person's mental health is going through it, because no one's believing this person, bro. No one's believing this person is going through it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, on the flip side, an actual victim, and they ain't believing that victim. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same shit. Like, it's peak. You know what I mean? So that's that on how a falsely accused person would react. And on the flip side, like, not trusting the victim, it's peak as well. It's really peak. It started with, there was a trend where niggas weren't really trusting rapists, victims of rape and shit, and so something happened. 2012 was like an evolution. Feminists came out, started speaking up the fact that no one's believing them, yada yada yada, and niggas are like, alright, bet, let's actually lock down on this shit. And people started believing them so much so a lot of people were starting to get falsely accused and niggas were dying. I'm talking about on the low level of us everyday people to even celebrities. We're talking about Neymar, Benjamin Mendy, this 2 year, Neymar could literally almost lost his fucking career because of false accusation. Benjamin Mendy lost 4 years. He lost the World Cup, he lost Champions League with Man City, and he almost lost his career. He literally came back. The person who accused him falsely, nothing happened to her, of course. He came back, and now he's slowly catching up with his life in France, rather. And he's playing for the French league, But my point is false accusation does crazy damage. And that 2012 niggas were going through it, bro, because everyone was witch hunting anyone that got that was accused of raping, bro. It was peak. So much so that niggas had to hold up and be okay, we didn't witch hunt a little bit too much now. People are literally losing their lives. Why don't we do things the proper way? And of course, people are so angry. That's what brought up this divide between false accusations and the whole rape thing. It's end of the day, it should be processes, written processes of how this thing should be done. But then I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and he actually told me something really important, that everyone's there to play a role. There's the people who are there to support, the victim emotionally. There are people who are there to ensure that the rape victim is heard, is seen, and then there's people out there to be ensure that this person that they are witch hunting, he definitely did that shit and he's innocent until proven guilty. And he actually makes a quite nice ground. But honestly, the highlight of this is how a lady pissed off a whole ass fucking country, lied to them, gaslit them. Some celebrity literally starts defending her, and now old tweets gets pulled out, and now everyone's forgotten about fucking Mirabelle and is on Simi's neck, bro. It's gone all the way overseas. Niggas in America are talking about how this babe is a pedo. It's got a little dent in her career, but it's nothing too crazy. It's just end of the day, in the next 2 or 3 days, niggas will forget about this whole shit, bro. You know what I mean? That's why, mind your fucking business, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mind your business. You can't go banter over here and there, but nothing too crazy, nothing too serious, nothing too political. You know what I'm saying? Just be a fly ass nigga, enjoy yourself. Honestly, all of this could easily be avoided if everyone just minded your fucking business. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much it about this whole thing. It was just I've just rambled about it, and I realized it was just pointless propaganda to fucking distract us from what's going on in the world. There's fucking wars going on in the world, bro. Iran, USA, missile strikes, Saudi. You know what I'm saying? Well, oh well. Anyway, football. Yo, we are first on the fucking table. We got a game ahead. We're playing today as well. Liverpool lost against Wolves. Hold that, Liverpool, never walk alone. Hold that L, man. We're laughing at us when we drew against them. Hold that, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Hold that, quick L. Don't worry, City think they're gonna catch up. It's gonna be a very tough fucking title race. We are still first in everything. Champions League, check. Prem, check. FA Cup still there, Carabao Cup finals. Let's fucking go, Gunners. Let's fucking go. Don't worry, it's been your boy SnikzDarchitect. You know, have a wonderful fucking day, man. Peace out.